2025 is gonna be the craziest year yet, and I promise you, if you're not mastering this one thing that I'm gonna share in this video, you will be replaced by AI. It's just no way around it. The world moves faster than ever before, technology is advancing more than ever, and all of these different jobs that we see are wiped out by AI. And if you mastered this one thing in 2025, you're not only gonna be irreplaceable, but you're gonna have such an unfair advantage over the others while they're trying to catch up. What I'm talking about is mastering the art of building a personal brand and leveraging your unique value. And in this video, I wanna give you the 5 secrets to become irreplaceable in 2025 and dominate your industry. Now, the first thing is mastering the art of problem solving. You have to understand people follow those who solve real, important problems, not just people who share random ideas. And I'm gonna teach you how to become a master at identifying real pain points and figuring out solutions for those, because that will help you make more money, be replaceable, and completely crush your competition. So here are 3 actionable steps to become a master at identifying problems and solving them. So number 1 is active listening. And the rule with this is to just put the spotlight on the other person. Allow the other person to tell you what they're going through and try to actually listen and be there for them. Now, this can happen in a sales call. This can be applied in a business meeting when it comes down to closing a big business deal. But if you actually listen and take your time to understand what that other person, what that other company is going through, then you will start to develop the empathy, and not only that, but the understanding of the entire situation they're in. And then from there, your brain is gonna start to fire up with different solutions. So it all comes down to you putting the spotlight on the other party instead of yourself. A lot of times, especially in business, we're so eager to sell whatever solution we have instead of actually listening. And one real life example to make it relatable to you was with my personal brand. The moment I started to actually listen to what my audience was struggling with, that was the same moment when my entire program and everything that I'm doing developed to a whole new level. Why? Because I just used the feedback loop to improve on what I already had. So put the spotlight on the other person and start with really developing the empathy for their situation. The second thing is you need to provide actionable solutions. So don't just tell people that you have the solution, but instead show them. And most importantly, you can lead by example. So if you're in a business meeting, if you're in a sales call, if you're talking to a friend or your partner, try to first implement the solution that you're talking about yourself, show them the results, and then you're gonna have such a higher chance of them actually taking the action that you want them to take. Becoming a master at identifying the pain points and solving them actually requires you to implement the solutions that you're talking about, because at the end of the day, if you're not able to improve your own situation, whatever situation that is, others will not believe you. So it all starts with you. The third and most important thing is being able to recognize patterns. So pattern recognition is something huge that will help you not only in your relationships, but in business as well, getting more sales, growing your brand and everything. Why? Because people work in patterns. And if you understand and identify patterns, then you will be able to solve problems at a faster rate, because everyone has a pattern. And if you can identify that, then you can just have a list of possible solutions for some particular patterns. And whenever you identify that pattern, you just tie that to your solution. So what do I mean by this? In business, let's say you're a fitness coach and you're having sales calls for your program. You can identify some patterns that people have. For example, clients that want to lose weight, but they just want to continue to eat whatever they're eating now. And so whenever you're dealing with someone like that, then you know how to deliver the solution, how to actually approach them, how to show empathy and put the spotlight on them. And the better you become at recognizing patterns, the higher you can go, not only in business, but in your personal life as well. The second secret to developing a personal brand and becoming irreplaceable in 2025 is to build your unique value proposition. Now, this is gonna be what you can offer to the world, to your audience, to people. What type of service and value can you provide to this ecosystem, to the market that you're in? Because in 2025, you have to start thinking of yourself as a brand. So start identifying what are the unique key selling points for you. What can you bring to the table? And so here are 3 actionable steps to build your value proposition. Number 1 is defining what makes you different, what makes you stand out, what unique skills, what unique experiences and lessons have you learned in your life so far that just completely set you apart. Write these down because these, just like in business, are going to be your USPs, your unique selling points. So make a list with all of the lessons that you learned, all of the unique skills that you have, how you can set yourself apart, not only in the content space, but in life in general. And writing down that list will give you the clarity for the value proposition. The second thing is you gotta focus on emotional connection. So no matter what industry you're in, you gotta realize people don't buy products. They buy emotions, they buy feelings, and they buy transformation. So what is the number 1 emotional connection that you're focusing on? What is the transformation that you want to bring to the world? This is the only thing that AI will not be able to replace: emotional connection. And the more you develop that, the more you develop empathy, the more you develop, bringing that transformation in front of people, the less likely you're going to be replaced by AI. So right now ask yourself, what transformation am I trying to bring to this world? What emotion do I want my audience, my customers to feel when they're interacting with me? Because this is branding in and of itself, is branding 101. Focusing on the emotional connection and on the transformation, the actual experience that these people, the people that are interacting with you, are getting, that's branding. Third step is to communicate your unique value proposition everywhere you go. I'm talking with your close friends. Start to get into the habit of actually talking and embodying the character that you're trying to build, because at the end of the day, you want to be irreplaceable. You have to let the world know how you can help, and not only that, what unique feelings, emotions, and transformations you bring to the table that will not be replaced by AI. Now that you have your unique value proposition, it's going to be so much easier for you to attract the right clients in 2025, the perfect audience for your personal brand. Which brings me to the third secret, which is leveraging your unique skills to attract your audience. So when it comes to building a successful personal brand that will allow you to be irreplaceable by AI and dominate every single market, it's all about highlighting your expertise and your unique story, because AI cannot take that away from you. And if you know how to actually put the spotlight on this and how to package your entire story in such a unique way that everyone cannot help but follow you and clients cannot help but want to work with you, then you're gonna win forever. And I see a lot of people make the mistake of thinking they're not good enough already, that their story so far is not good enough. And that's because of ego, because they don't accept the fact that first, before you feel knowledgeable, before you have the success, first you have to feel a bit lost. You have to feel afraid. You have to feel like you just don't know what you're doing. Because if we're talking about building a personal brand and you haven't done this before, then it might seem so overwhelming, so daunting to you when you're starting from scratch. But you have to start by identifying your strengths, identifying the things that you're great at and the things that you can truly help people with. Just look at the story that you have so far and treat yourself as this hero that suffered, that went through stuff, learned lessons, and now is able to take those lessons and put them into valuable content. That's how you got to approach personal branding. And that's literally how I started earlier this year. My background is in business. I built my creative agency, my e-com store, a SaaS platform. I exited those businesses, and then I literally took everything that I learned in business and moved over into the personal brand. And when I started, I just talked, and I still do this, I'm just talking about the things that I'm learning. I'm documenting. I don't sit here claiming to be a billionaire or even a millionaire, because I'm not yet. I'm on the road, I'm on the path. I'm still learning myself, and just like everyone else, I'm trying to get closer to the truth and to actually find out what is the best version of myself in this life and become it. And when you're honest, when you're vulnerable with people, when you show people your wounds, that's when people will actually relate. Try to use your pain as a platform not as a prison. Most people are trapped in their past. Most people think they're not good enough, and that's why they never start. But like I said at the beginning of the video, AI is taking over and it will replace you if you're not doing anything. Now, this next secret is something that most people, most gurus will never tell you. You have to combine AI with your emotional intelligence. You need to look at AI as a tool, not as this force that will take over you. It will take over others. It will take over people that are just delusional, thinking that AI is not going to do anything. It's already literally doing that. So when you're starting to combine your emotional intelligence, your soul, your creativity with AI, that's when you become irreplaceable. That's when you win. And so again, 3 actionable steps with this. Number 1 is use AI to save time. Try to build automations. Try to automate content planning, creating content, writing. Try to automate ideation. Try to automate research. Try to automate your notes, your brainstorming sessions. Try to make use of AI as much as possible. When you're in a meeting, do you use AI to actually capture the meeting transcript and transform that into meeting notes? That's what I'm using, and it's helping me tons. Why? Because I don't have to sit and write down everything. It's all about being smart and using your emotional intelligence in combination with these AI automated tools, agents, to actually speed up your process. Why? Because the person that might not be that smart but is leveraging AI to speed up their process on a long enough time frame will defeat the person that is really smart but that's just denying AI, keeping it away. And that person will eventually be replaced. The second step is to add your personal touch. So I see a lot of people typing in a prompt into ChatGPT and being like, okay, I'm done. I'm all good. No, try to actually add your personal touch. You can now leverage AI to build your own agents without using codes, which is so crazy. To actually build out like an AI that is a clone of you, to leverage that personal touch, your story, your uniqueness, your soul, your creativity, to actually enable the AI to produce unique results for you and train it to sound like you. So that's the thing. When it comes to combining AI with your emotional intelligence, it's all about training the AI with your own creativity, and most people are not doing this, and the second you implement this, you're gonna be ahead of everyone. The third step is being adaptable. So the sooner you can adapt to the new AI trends, to the newest tools, the more open-minded you are, first and foremost, to trying out whatever new AI thing is going on, then the higher the chances are for you to actually succeed. Because I'm not talking about conforming to whatever trend and just using a tool just for the sake of using it. No, I'm talking about studying the market, studying this progress of the AI technology that is so fast nowadays, and leveraging AI as much as possible. Leveraging is like squeezing every bit of it. Why? Because that's the only way you're really going to get ahead. But mind you, everyone is going to have access to AI. Everyone already does. So the competitive advantage will be combining your emotional intelligence. And that's literally what I'm doing with my personal brand. I'm leveraging AI as much as possible. That's how I was able to go from 0 followers to over 150,000 in a couple of months. Why? Because I realized the more I can automate my processes, the more I can focus on the most important thing, which is what? Thinking and actually being creative, creating the content that will allow me to attract my ideal clients, attract my ideal audience. The last secret to set yourself apart in 2025 is launching your hero offer. Now, your hero offer is the centerpiece of your personal brand. It's the one unique solution you're known for and the way you're gonna provide the most amount of value to the world and most importantly to your dream clients. If you want to build a great hero offer, you have to make sure it's quick and easy to implement, and it will actually get results fast for your dream clients. You have to make sure it's unique so that your audience will only gonna be able to get that from you and not anyone else. And last but not least, which is the most important thing, you have to make sure it solves a real problem, a real big pain point. So let me give you 3 steps now to start building your unique offer. Step 1 is identifying your audience's biggest problem. So you got to look at what are people struggling with in your space. What are people similar to you struggling with? What have you struggled with the most? And try to provide an antidote to that pain. For me, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. My ideal audience is made of entrepreneurs and business owners that have so many ideas. They build businesses, but now they want to take those skills and transfer those into their personal brands and grow their personal brands. And so I realized the number one struggle of people in this space is the lack of clarity. So what did I do? I developed my coaching program. So now I'm basically helping people and giving them the exact steps, the exact formula to build a personal brand with whatever skills they have, whatever background they have, just like I did. So you got to look at your industry. What are people really struggling with? Do some research. Look at the top industry leaders in your niche. Look at the people that are dropping comments on their content, for example. Look at what people are really struggling with and make a list of those problems and identify the biggest one, because the bigger the problem you can solve, the more you can charge. The second thing is packaging your expertise in a clear offer. People gotta be able to understand what exactly you're gonna do for them and what transformation you're gonna provide in their lives in a couple of seconds. So the more clear your offer is, the more you can sell, the more clients you will be able to attract. The third step to building and launching your hero offer is focusing on storytelling during the launch and even the pre-launch. So this is all about sharing your own journey, your own struggles, your own pain, your own lessons, and why you're the perfect person to help people with that particular problem. Because when people see your why, like the reason you're doing the things that you're doing, if they see that you're vulnerable, if they see you're that hero that struggled with that but then overcame that and found their unique solution with their own unique twist, that's when you're gonna have your dream clients, because they're gonna gravitate to your unique hero offer instead of going to someone else. Now, if you're ready to grow your personal brands, launch your hero offer, and become irreplaceable and unstoppable in 2025, I got an amazing gift for you. This Sunday, December 15th at 2 p.m. EST, I'm hosting a free live workshop, and it's gonna be the biggest event that I've hosted this year. And inside, I'm gonna help you launch your hero offer before 2025 and get 5 to 10 new clients, make more money, and also I'm gonna give you a lot of strategies and a custom 2-week content campaign so you'll know exactly what to post and when. And the best thing about this, it's free and you can apply this even if you have less than 500 followers. So you're gonna have the link down in the description. I can't wait to meet you in the workshop. And also, if you attend live, you're gonna get a lot of gifts, but most importantly, exclusive access to our new school community for free. So I'll see you then.